Alright guys, as they say, we are now going to continue to try to figure out how to build in Fortnite. And one thing I've learned in my last forays through this is that if you're going to open up a gallery to choose your props and your building materials, then your prefabs, then build a tower and put them on top of the tower. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit double click here and keep moving up and build a substantially tall tower. If I can. Oh, by the way, if you're finding that you're flying too fast and it's hard to navigate around, notice that on the left side it says flight speed. Hit the C key and it'll go up to 3 times. Make it 0.5 times. That should definitely help you. And then you fly slower, and so it gives you the ability to do more precise work. And if you really want to get up to places, then you can hit the C key and get your flight speed to be faster. So I've built this tower here, and then I'm going to go around to the tower that I've built, and I'm going to pick my scroll wheel. I'm going to pick a roof, and I'm going to come and put that roof on. And I'm also going to put a roof down, or a platform if you like, down below on various sides, because those are where I'm going to plant my my bombs, my gallery bombs. Alright, and then hit Q to get out of that. And so I can equip myself with various galleries. This gallery here is going to be, that I'm going to use, is going to be the L Apartments gallery. So I'm going to fly up here and look down at that platform and throw it there. And then it lays out all the pieces, but it lays them out up there in the air. Now, why is that a good thing?
You can leave it.
That's a good thing because if I then wanted to get rid of it after I've used the pieces I want, some of them will drop out when I bash the bottom, and they will kind of implode. Well, they were supposed to. Huh. Well, I guess it didn't do it. Ain't that a stinker, as Daffy Duck would say. Oh well. Still, we can go up here and start to use our pieces. So I'm going to just take a basic wall here for starters. And to do that, I'm going to hit the apostrophe key, which is by the tilde on the left top of my keyboard, and then I'm going to copy with the left mouse button. And I'm going to go down to the ground, right to the center of my world. And I'm going to start building a building. So I'll move over, and it snaps to the grid, obviously. So you'll want to then play around with your flight speeds so you can get around, and it takes some doing to get to the point where you're feeling super comfortable building on this grid. But if you're able to start building like this, then you can start to get a basic shape of a wall. So again, you can copy and then paste from anything that you have in your scene. Oops, messed that one up. So when that happens, you can exit, and then you can hit X for delete, or you can simply move it. So let me select that and then build that out and keep going. It's very positional, as you can see. So let's make the back wall over here. Now the nice thing about Fortnite is that you can easily delete stuff and do your edits. So if I want to put then a door in this place, then I can delete this piece here. Or there's supposed to be a way to add a door into this. So there's this thing where you cut the piece. No, she's not going to let me do that. But I guess this piece doesn't allow for that. So I'm going to have to go back up to my inventory and find a piece for the door. There's my inventory up here in the sky. And there's a door and a window, so I'll grab that one. And then fly down and place that there. But of course it has, yeah, it's okay. It replaced a piece. Alright, and then if you want to go up and grab a roof, let's see, what do we use for a roof? Guess I'll use that piece there. And then come down and place the roof. So you start to get used to moving the figure around as if the figure is a brush. So it's not that bad, actually. And of course, real Fortnite players get really quick at this because they're assembling structures as defenses in the middle of being shot at. There we go. So that is a basic building right there. Now, does it work? Maybe that thing is backwards. Let's see if I... kind of looks backwards, doesn't it? I can't go in unless I hit the open key. Whoops. There we go.
Can you do the laptop this way so it's facing both of us so I can see?
Yeah, I can show you what I'm doing there. So then I have to move to it.
Because usually it kind of creates things out of other things in a creative way.
So there's that wall, and then so now I'm gonna move that over. If I wanted to cut that door out, now I could move forward, and then I should be able to rotate the door clockwise, counterclockwise. Let's see, there we go. That would be counterclockwise. This is me. All right, and so I've got that door right there. Although that's not usually the way door handles are they? So maybe it does need to be rotated. In oops, R was select. I didn't want that. What do I want to do? I want to rotate it counterclockwise with clockwise. That's better. Alright, so I have the doors there. Now, another thing that you can do, and this is what I've been learning here, is to go back up. Oh, I should have built my tower. I thought, see, the tower was supposed to let these things all get destroyed. That's sort of weird, but let me go ahead and build another tower and try this out again. So I'm going to hit... I'm going to get out of this and go to a different gallery. Before I do that, I'm going to hit Q, and I'm going to build my tower again. And by building my tower, and then putting on it a platform, and then getting out of this and flying up to the tower, I take my bomb, and this bomb that I'm going to use now is going to be the farm building gallery, neo-tilted prop gallery. So now I get all my props laid out here, and I can decide what props I want to use. So for example, if I want to put a kitchen counter, or I want to put a bathtub, or a grill, let's see, a bed. I'll grab a bed.
Why?
Because I'm making a house. So I would go into the tilde and I would copy the bed, and then I would take it and bring it to the house. But of course it's not going to let me in the house because it's actually a house now. So I'm going to have to be polite and go through the door to bring this in. But maybe it's not going to let me open the door. Look at, I just painted it. Yeah, I guess I was able to paste it inside. Now let me open the door. Where's the door now? Oh lordy, the door won't even open because that bed is in the way, or is it because, let me see. Yes, the door will open, but the bed's in the wrong place, and so my character is stuck. And that's when you have to smash things and then go back inside and then see, can we get... No, we can't because we don't have that prop. I'm going to go back and get it. So you learn by trial and error. Double jump, go back up, and use the tilde key to be able to select that bed, come back down, place the bed in the house. I guess I can place it below the ground. Let me see what happens when I go inside. Do I have the ability to move it? There's the bed. Alright. So again, using the tilde key, select it, and then, oh, did that make a copy of it that I don't want? Then I'll have to place it. Rotate. So it has here tab, rotation axis, the yaw, resize axis. How do you resize? Hold it down and then it's very hard for me to figure out how to resize. Resize axis height. Now I have height. What does one do to resize it? You hold the right mouse button that holds on, and then you hit tab. No, it's not helping. That's not helping. All I'm doing is making multiple copies of beds. Okay, that's not a good thing. So, yeah, so now alright, so now select this, and to resize, that's the axis pitch, but how do you, nope, it's just making multiple copies. Push, pull, oh, F and C for push and pull. Alright, let me try that. Let me get out of this. I guess I need to zap those out. So once again, I copy this, and now that I've copied it, I can push it with F or pull it like this, and so the way to do it is to, that didn't do it, tab, F, grow, oh I see, shrink, okay, R is grow, E is shrink, and how do I know where I am in terms of rotation, resize, axis, width, hold? So if I do pull, nothing, grow, that way, because I'm on that axis, width, and then shrink with E, and then if I hold it, then, oh my, rotate. Counterclockwise, rotate clockwise. Interesting. So if I place this against the wall, then I have the ability to, if I select it, that doesn't do anything in terms of okay, so you place it, and then you have another copy. So the thing is, when you have it, I guess you can cut it, and then when you cut it, you can decide if you want to size it. So I have a rotation axis, pitch, roll. So you select the different axes that you want to be able to rotate over, and then you could, it's pushing it, this is pulling it, okay, and then you hit tab, and you could, if you've on that, then you could rotate it or not. Okay, so you can do that and then place it. If I had another bed that I wanted to place and I wanted to make it a little bit longer, then I would hit tab. I'm in rotation, which is not where I want to be. If I hold the thing down, it gives me resize width, resize depth. So I could resize the depth and then I could grow it in that side. Then if I want to make a bigger bed, like a king size bed, I can hit tab for height or for all or for width. Now I've got width, and now I can grow it in the width like that and then place it. Alright, so that gives me an idea, and then I can eliminate that one. So now I've got a couple beds in the house. I do need to be able to put in windows, and I'm not sure. I know I can go outside of the building and go get some window pieces like these, and I can copy that and bring it down and come in here and place that in there and come around to the other side and do the same. So we're getting the hang of it a little bit. It does replacements.
Water?
Yes, please, thanks.
Where to put it here?
So, yeah.
Careful, the laptop.
So it's not a great, certainly not a great building by any stretch of the imagination, but as you can see, it is a building with windows and beds. For now.
How many beds, two?
Put two in, yeah. And I made one bigger than the other
Can
one.
you make rooms or
Yeah, you go, sure.
like walls?
Yeah, so for making walls, you would go outside again. And if I want, I can use the wall I already had, but I can certainly come up here and grab a different kind of wall. Like, let's say I get this brick wall, yeah? And then you hit the tilde and then copy it and then come back down into my house, which I have to go through the front door to get into. And then, but once I'm in, I can also destroy the roof, and then I could get things much better. But yeah, so you see I can place walls like this.
Where do you get the wall from?
I had it upstairs.
You copy it?
Yeah, see, when I go outside of the building, let me go outside of the building. Or you know what, let me do this, because this gets confusing if you don't. So I can fly in here and work on the walls, I should destroy the ceiling. There, now I can get out easily. I have all my wall pieces up here in the air. So if I take this brick thing here, and I select it, then I can come down to my house, come through the hole I made in the roof, and then place this archway here. Then I can come up here and I can select this wall and come over by that arch and place it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can always come back to this arch and copy the arch and then paste the arch again somewhere else. Because once I have a piece in the house, then I have the ability to do a lot more with it. So I can come up here and I can grab this wall and then paste this wall shut here. And then for that hole I had in the ceiling, I can throw it wherever it is. I don't know where it is anymore. Where's the hole I made in the ceiling? There it is. That's the hole in the ceiling. So I can come up here and I can grab other things to put in the house. Like, for example, wouldn't it be nice to have just a single bed? Would it
This
be
is a bit small.
Yeah, it's a small bed. How about a bathtub? A bathtub. That's a good thing to have, right? There's my hole. Hole in the wall. The bathtub could go here in the corner.
Or it could be in the middle.
Yeah, but I'll put it in the corner there.
No, it's
Then
not
it lets
beautiful.
me to
Why the walls are cracked?
resize axis. That's resize. Oops, I didn't want to do that. No. Oh shoot, I just lost it. Okay, that was silly of me. I have to go get it again. Go outside. Go up there.
Do you always copy?
Yeah.
Where did
So
you
there's my bathtub.
Where did you get it from?
It's in an inventory. I'll show you in 1 sec once I place it. So let me place the bathtub in what's going to be a bathroom right here. But I have to be able to rotate it. So how do I do that? Like if I paste it, then I have it there. But now when I select it, selecting doesn't let me. So there's grow, shrink, push, pull. Push pushes it places. Pull pulls it toward me. Tab lets me resize, depth, height, and all. But if I want to, how do I get it to rotate? It's so weird. Because tab isn't doing it. Tab's just changing those axes. That's grow and shrink. Huh? I don't really know. Resize, hold on. Oh, there we go. Somehow rotation came when I held the right mouse button around. So when I have this rotation yaw, then I can rotate like that, and then I can place it, and then push it, and then, whoa, I messed up again. Darn it. So you hold the right mouse button down, and then you find your rotation yaw, and then rotate.
Yaw.
Pitch, yaw, it's like an airplane. Yaw
Yeah.
is...
Is it yaw?
No. It's not. So push that into place, and then I've got to move it. That's rotation. I didn't commit. So silly of me. Oops, that's the wrong rotation. No. Okay. Select it. Rotation axis is roll. I don't want roll, I want yaw, which is along the z-axis. Maybe I should have done that to begin with. E. And then push it. And then place it. Whoa. Alright. And then rotate it. And then place it. Okay, now the bathtub is placed. And you were asking, how do I find these models, right? So what you do for a model is you hit I for inventory, and you have these galleries that that you can pick. And you can pick furniture, games, lights, nature. And the galleries, then you place, like I have a nature tree gallery, haunted hills nature, nature tree gallery, nature jungle gallery. So I pick my gallery and I'd equip myself with the gallery. Okay. Then when I come here, see I have the gallery there. And
All of that?
yeah, and I just throw it on the ground, and it gives me all sorts of different plants that I can take.
So you pick and put in a gallery and then bring the gallery.
Bring the gallery into the game, and then you grab stuff.
So it's like a gallery is like your shopping cart.
Yeah, exactly. So then if I want to put a potted plant on either side of the bed, I can do so. The problem is that when you're done with a gallery, you have to go and you got to go and destroy the whole gallery, which takes a long time. So there was
Is there a way to select and just remove?
Yeah. What you do is you aim at it, grab your phone and you aim at it and you hit X and it's like you zap stuff.
You can't select all.
Yeah, you can't select all. That's the problem. So you got to go around and delete all the stuff in your gallery. Okay. So it's a pain.
Why it looks ugly from the outside?
The house? Because I used an ugly wall.
Why? To scare people
No,
from coming?
not to scare people from coming. It's because that's all they had. This guy here, this tree is way too... Oh, shoot. I need to be able to move it. Oh, come on. So you would...
It's actually cool.
I don't want to cut it. Okay, there it is. So then you want to bring it down, hit tab. That's rotation. We don't want to rotate. So I hit... Oopsie. Ah.
So are you trying to make something that makes sense or like some scary
Yeah, no, I'm trying to
place?
make something that makes sense eventually. I don't know how to move this guy down though. To move this guy down, you have to pull it, push it, C, F is push, resize, rotation, like how do you bring it down? That's rotate, and I don't want rotate. The different rotation axes, I want to be able to get it to pull down to the ground. So pulling it down to the ground doesn't seem obvious to me. If I hold this button down, oh there we go. Resize axis, no that's resize. Maybe I do drops. But it didn't fall to the ground. Like I'm supposed to be able to bring it to the ground. And I guess maybe this one doesn't. Maybe this tree. This guy's got weird roots. It's a weird tree. I don't even want that tree. Alright.
Are you downloading on your desktop?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah, that's the basic idea, and I'm going to stop recording now after I put one more roof piece, which I'm going to copy and paste, and then the roof piece is down, and then you stop flying and you stop doing that, and then you can go and you can play the game with whoever's in your game with you. So if you came in the game, we could be both building together. And then we'd walk in the house and go, oh look, there's a bed, there's a bathtub.
I like that.
Right. There's no animation built into this bathtub.
So you can't use it?
No. I mean, the game does have things that do have animations built in, but apparently these don't. So we have a house. Alright, so much for that. Thanks.